Bum, 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 ba, dum, bum, 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 ba, dum, bum, bum,
Yeah, yeah. Come on.
bum, 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 bum.
Pleasant good morning to you, radio listeners, wherever you are joining us from. This is Churches of Christ around the world, hosted by Brother Roy Graneau, located in Edmonton, Canada. I am pleased today to have Brother Adimalla Hanok, located in India, to share with us information about the Church of Christ and the Churches of Christ in his particular area of India. Brother Hanok, welcome.
Thank you, brother.
It's a pleasure to have you. Can you give our radio listeners who are joining us some information about Brother Hanok? Who is Brother Hanok, and when were you converted or baptized in the Church of Christ?
My name is Hanok, Adimalla Hanok, as Church of Christ in at Telangana state in India. I have baptized in the 1998 in my area. I have been working for the Lord's ministry since 1998 in our surrounding areas in Telangana state. The Telangana state had 33 districts and 554 villages. Total 38.4 million populations in Telangana state had. Male populations are 19.8 millions in Telangana state. Female populations are 18.6 millions in Telangana state. This calculation is as government record the year of 2023. I am living in Nalgonda district at Nakrakal village. Nalgonda district population also are 3.7 millions and 33 villages. In my hometown populations are 80,000 above. In my Telangana state, there are 1.24% Christianity as government record. So I have been conducting weekly Bible training classes since 2014. I have completed successfully 7 graduation ceremonies, each batch 20 students. Totally 140 preachers have been made and trained to send out to preach the word of God everywhere.
Okay, so Brother Hanok, you said that you were baptized in 1978.
No, 1998.
Oh, 1998. Okay, so let
Yes,
me correct it. So 1998, you were baptized. Who baptized you? Was it an Indian preacher? Was it an American missionary or somebody coming from somewhere?
someone American missionary came to my area. When he was preached the word of God, I listened to the word of God and I was baptized in that same time.
Okay, so that is good to know as to your introduction to the church, how you got into the church, and after you got baptized, did you attend any Bible training school in India?
Yes, brother. I have completed my biblical study in India at Telangana state, uh, Suryapeta village. I have 3 months course completed,
So you
and
completed 3 months
yes,
course in the Bible.
yes. After some time, uh, another Bible class I joined there. Uh, I have completed 1 year course in Hyderabad.
All right. So you went to Hyderabad and you did a 1 year course as well.
Yes, brother.
Okay. Coming back to you, do you have a family? Are you married? Do you have children?
Um, I married 1907. My 36 years ago, I married. I have 3 children. I have blessed 6 grandchildren, 5 male grandchildren, 1 female grandchildren. My sons, they are got marriage. My daughter, she got married.
Okay. So are all your children members of the Church of Christ?
Yes, brother.
Okay. So your
My
children, so your family, they are part of the Church of Christ.
yes,
And
brother.
you said that in 2014 you started a training school in India. Tell us how that training school has been going in terms of training preachers to serve in India.
Yes, brother. Uh, I have started the weekly Bible training classes in 2014. I have completed 7 graduation batches. Totally, 140 preachers have been made and trained to send out.
Okay, so with the work that you have been doing, you have been able to help train 140 preachers. And where are these preachers now? Are they working in the state of Telangana, or they are
Yes,
spread in different areas of India?
yes, brother. I have been establishing 150 new churches of Christ for 10 years in different areas in Telangana state by God grace and Brother Rai Grain cooperation.
All right. So I know that the church in South Edmonton is helping with that school, and also Mount Vernon Church of Christ in New York is also assisting you with that ministry in India. Um, the Telangana state, you said you have about how many million people in that state?
Totally 38 millions.
38
38.
million people. You have 38 million people in Telangana state.
Yes.
And what can you tell us in terms of the churches of Christ in Telangana? Is it a state that has a lot of churches of Christ or a few churches of Christ?
In Telangana state, there are small churches of Christ,
Hmm.
limited in that villages. Every village, to one or two churches of Christ, every village in every village.
Also,
Denomination churches are more church. There are more churches.
right. So you have a lot of churches, a lot of denominations, but you have few churches of Christ, and the churches of Christ, they are small in size. Am I right?
Yes, yes, brother.
Okay. Um, with the work that you do, you say that you train preachers to serve the churches of Christ in your state.
Yes, brother.
I want to take the opportunity to commend you with the limited resources that you have to help train men to serve the churches of Christ in India. And do these churches, as the men graduate, and I know that last week or this week you had graduation. Let me ask you this question about the graduation. How many students graduated in that batch?
Uh, 20, 20 students have graduated 2 3 days back.
All right. So on Wednesday of this week, you graduated. You had a graduation of about 20 students.
Yes,
With the 20 students, how many of them will be starting new congregations in the Telangana state?
they are going to start the new congregations very soon.
So
Totally
very
20. They will be started 20 new congregations.
they will start 20 congregations. And the congregations that they are going to start, are they going to start the congregations in their home, in their houses?
Yes, in their houses.
In their houses. Okay.
Yes,
Very, very good. I want to commend the young men who have graduated and their vision in terms of what they plan to do for the Church of Christ in India. Since you have been involved in the Church of Christ in the late 90s to this present time, what are some of the things that you do to help reach out to people in the Telangana state area?
uh, it is my responsibility and burden to establish many more churches of Christ communities in our Telangana state.
So, do you, in the vision that you have to start as many congregations as possible, do you use street preaching? Do you use gospel meeting? Do you use seminars, workshop? What are some of the things that you do?
Yes, brother. Every day uh, I go to the many villages. I conduct the Bible classes, and many preachers come along with me to preach the word of God.
Okay, so the people that you train and they go out to start new congregations in the Telangana state, you do use them by going out to visit other areas and to visit other preachers. Is that what you do in the Telangana state?
Yes, brother. They will invite me, and I will go to there and preach and teach the word of God. Uh, I will cooperate them.
All right. With the school and the work that you do, I know in 2014 when I visited you in India, do you have a building for the school now?
I have no building, any building, church building. I have no. I have no school building. I would like to construct the church building and Bible school building.
So at present, from 2014, you said you have been training men. So where do the training take place?
uh, in Nakarkal area.
And is it at your home? Is it at another preacher's home? What facility, what area do you all use?
In functional law that time, uh, functional we conducted in the functional.
All right. So you have the men who come to train, are they coming from one area or are they coming from different areas since you do not have a physical location?
Or different areas.
So they come from different areas and they are
Yes,
trained and then they go back to their home.
yes. uh, there are so many students in my surrounding areas. They come to every week to attend the class and learn word of God.
So you are involved. Do you have other brothers helping you with the teaching in that school?
Totally, uh, we have three teachers, myself and Pradeep Kumar and Philip or Philip.
And all of them were graduated from the Necrocal School of Preaching.
Yes, brother. Yes,
All right.
first batch. They are graduated in first batch.
Oh, so
In
they were in the first batch of people graduating, and now they are helping with the teaching of the school.
yes, brother. Yes, brother.
All right. So to our listeners, I am discussing the work in India in the Telangana state with brother Adimalla Hanok that I met in 2012 through a blog that I used to run. And he contacted me, and from there I started to help him with Bible lessons, and I encouraged him to start a school of preaching in India, and that school has been functional and has been doing an exceptional work in training students and men to serve the work in India. Brother Hanok,
Yes, brother.
um, with the work that you do you have problems, opposition, and maybe difficulties with the denominations that are in your area?
Yes, brother. And there are so many denomination peoples in my area. Uh, they are requested me to conduct the Bible classes to learn more God wisdom, word of truth.
Okay, so being in India and you have two major religious groups in India, Hinduism and Sikhism, um, do you help to reach out and teach and convert people from the Hindu faith and from the Sikh faith
Totally, they converted from Hinduism.
or from Hinduism?
Yes, 90% people are Hinduism in India.
So,
My Telangana state.
all right. So, a great number of the people that you teach, you talk to, and you convert would come from the Hindu religion,
Yes, brother.
right? So, when you convert them, or when they are converted, Um, do you have a problem in helping them now to understand Christianity and the difference between the Hinduism and Christianity?
As brother, sometimes um, many issues came me, but there is presently I have no any problems to convert the Hinduism people.
Okay, so you have no problem. Um,
Yes.
what is the main language that is spoken in the Telangana state and that you speak? What is your main language?
uh, in my Telangana state, there is a big language, Telugu language. After uh, Hindi, Hindi
Okay,
language, first Telugu, next Hindi language.
so English is not your first language.
English is not not language here. As
Is not your language.
yes, yes, some people are speaking in English.
All right. So a lot of the teaching and the preaching that you do, it is in Hindi.
Yes, in
All
the
right.
AP, Andhra Pradesh state, Telangana state, two are in Telugu language states.
All right. So the Bible that you use, you do not use an English Bible. You use a Hindi Bible to teach and to preach the word of God. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with the work of the church, and you said that in every village, maybe the size of 10, 15, 20,000 people in the villages, um, do you have a church in almost every village in that Telangana state?
Yes, some villages do not have churches of Christ.
Okay.
Some villages uh, had churches of Christ.
And then with the plan that you have, with the training that you are doing, with the limited resources that you have, is it your hope that you can do things, you can train men to at least cover as many villages as possible?
Yes, brother. As possible as I go to the every village and preach the word of God and teach the Bible classes. Some people converted into churches of Christ from denomination churches.
Okay. Um, the preachers that you train and they go out to start new congregations, new churches, do they have financial support to start new work, to start new churches?
As they need financial support, but sometimes uh, I help a little money, their charges, bus fare or bike petrol cost. I will pay little money.
Okay, so you are saying that the young men who are trained to go out to teach,
Mm.
preach, start new congregations, they do not have financial support.
Yes, brother.
Okay, and then you, with the little resources that you have, you do help them in whatever way you can. Am I right?
Yes, brother.
All right. I want to commend you for your dedication, for your commitment, and for your vision for the work in India, in the Telangana state where you are located. With the work in India, um, do you have a lot of assistance, maybe American missionaries coming to help with the work?
Brother, say again.
Yes, I was asking you, with the Telegana state where you are located, do you have American missionaries, Canadian missionaries, or people from outside of India coming to assist?
Uh, Canada, South Edmonton Church, come to my area. Uh, you and another brother come to here in the India in 2015. Uh, I have receiving some help from South Edmonton Church for weekly Bible classes help.
All right, so you do not have that many American and outside missionaries coming to that state to help with the work. Um, the work in India is tremendous. It's a huge place of
Many
1.4 billion people. So that's a lot of people that you all have to reach out in terms of the true gospel of Christ.
yes,
So I want to say to you this morning, thank you for joining us and for providing us with that information. You cannot cover the whole of India because India is a very, very big country with a very large population. But I'm thankful that you were able to provide our radio listeners with information about your state, Telangana state, that has about, you said, about 38 million people. Am I right?
yes, brother.
So just in one state, you have a lot of people to reach, and the work that you have been doing from 2014, training men to take the gospel in their own communities and to help build as many congregations in your state. So once again, thanks, Brother Hanok, and I wish you the best in the ministry and in the work that you do, as we from South Edmonton and the church in the US that is helping Mount Vernon in New York, that is helping with the training of the men in that school in Necrakal that you lead as director of the school. So to God be the glory, and I wish you well.
Thank you, brother.
Until next time, radio listeners, I say to you, go out and make it a great day, as we have learned today about the work in the Telegana state and the School of Preaching and the work that Brother Hanok Adimalla is doing in India.
Bum 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 bum
Yeah, yeah. Come on.
bum 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 bum